Hello, this is Heather Alto.
And this is Diane Erb, and you are listening to Talk Local to Me.
Thank you so much for listening to us. This is our premiere show, and we are excited to have you tuning in with us. And we have some great guests with us today. Brandon Brown with Brown's Heating and Air.
Hello.
And DW Lawhorne.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
And we have Woody.
Hello, here I am.
And Woody is here with us with Watts Creative Studios, and we're working with him and Grove Street FM to put on this Talk Local to Me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for sharing your lunch break with us, and we hope that you are actually eating something good. Hindsight, we probably should have brought something into the studio for us to eat.
Probably so. And actually, we're going to determine how well this goes depending on how well we make you laugh. Do you spit your food out while you're listening to us? Do you throw it across the room? All that good stuff.
Please don't choke.
Yeah. So what is Talk Local to Me all about? Why in the world did they give us a show? That's kind of the first question. But for those of you who may know Diane and I, we are part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition. You may know a little bit about our organization, and Diane and I are all about all things local. We love everything to do with local business.
Musicians, artists, restaurants.
Wine, beer.
Absolutely.
Food. So anything that has to do with local, we're here to promote it. We're here to let the community know about it. Local events, we put some on ourselves, but we also like to promote local events that are going on around the community. And our organization helps to promote local businesses throughout Central Virginia. So Bedford, Amherst, Lynchburg, Forest,
Appomattox, Smith Mountain Lake, all over.
Roanoke, Alta Vista, Salem, you name it, we're there. So we kind of thought, let's do a show. Let's talk about local. Let's talk about businesses. Let's talk about events. Let's talk about a little bit of everything in between. And so we hope that we can fill this hour with things that, you can put on your calendar. You can go out and try yourself. You can, if you're looking for referrals, things that you may need done around your home, things that you may be looking for. This will be somewhere you can go and learn more about it. If you're a local business owner, maybe you're looking for marketing ideas. Maybe you're looking for things that you need. So, if you've got something you want us to have on the show, maybe it's a segment, maybe it's a business, maybe it's, something that you want us to talk about in the future. Send us a message through our Facebook page. We have a Talk Local to Me Facebook page. You can message us there. Call in. We're here we're live. So you can call us 540-712-6221. Call in and say, hey, we'd love to see you do a segment about this, or we'd love to have you have this person on the show, guest speakers. We're going to be having lots of fun guests in the studio with us. So,
and testing products.
Oh yes, we want to test products. We want free stuff. Like we want to test things, especially wine. If you're a winery, I'd love to test wine
or beer.
That's cool too. So let's get started. So first of all, we want to talk a little bit to Woody about Grove Street FM.
Oh, thank you.
How did you grow so fast? You're amazing.
You were too kind. Honestly, it has been lovely being in Bedford. I mean, the community is wonderful, and you have people like Brandon, DW, Brian, like all these, John, like everybody that supports your business. They come in and they have some great shows, and that makes it extremely easy to get out there when people they take ownership, and they have some great guests and interviews, and it's been fun. So it's been wonderful.
So what brought you to the town of Bedford?
A couple things. Well, I have been in Lynchburg for a while and have a good client base there, but I miss small town because I'm from Amherst, and I was finding myself coming up here to Bedford a lot, and for work, and then started working with the town and other businesses, and then I had seen this building a couple of years ago and done work for Brian and some marketing work, and I was like, hey, if that building ever comes open, just let me know, and it did, and within, I don't know, maybe 2 months, it was like, okay, yeah, I want to open my studio up here because I love the look of it. And then again, like being in that small town Bedford bubble, I love it, and it's just been wonderful. So I would say community brought me up here.
Awesome. Now I do see your videos and photographs where you go around with Public Works and then with the electric company. I think that's fantastic because it's bringing light to all the hard work that they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when we started working with the town, we got to talking about, hey, what is a way where we can let the community know what goes on behind the scenes? And that was one of the things that we wanted to target for marketing and communications was, showcase all that they do. I mean, especially Public Works. I mean, you all know when it snows, like how great the roads and sidewalks are here. And in the past, not that it has not been noticed, but I think that from now, everyone is on social media. Everyone cares about videos and stuff like that. You've got to show people, hey, this is what our town does. This is what people like DW do. This is going on in the town, and the special events like Centerfest and the parades and the Christmas stuff, and having a constant presence in pictures, videos, and just getting it out there and letting them know how wonderful this area is. So it is by far one of the most favorite things that I've ever been a part of is just like riding around in a truck with DW when it's icing and snowing outside, and just seeing how hard these people work here.
Absolutely. Well, let me tell you, I was in my designated spot in line at Joe Bean's one day, probably about a week ago, and I saw a trash truck.
I love how you say designated spot. Do they just have a Diane space?
They do.
They just know this is where Diane's going to park.
I feel like they should anyway by now.
Okay.
They know my car. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at a Town of Bedford trash truck. And the two guys, I cannot think of these gentlemen's names, they were laughing. And I thought, that is hysterical. What are they laughing at? So then I started laughing. And then I got to laughing at myself because it reminded me of my, a bucket list. So most people have, they want to ski the Alps or, tour France or Europe. On my bucket list, I want to ride on the back of a trash truck.
And she's not kidding, folks, because
I
she
am
has
not
said
joking.
this multiple times to me.
It's going to happen.
Her excitement is when she talks about they do the community day where they go around and pick up trash in Bedford, and she is
KBBC
so excited. And she's like, "Come on, Heather, let's do this." I'm going to get a little pokey. What are those things? The sticks that
the pokey sticks.
Yeah, the poke sticks. She's so excited about going up and picking up trash. And I'm all about community and helping out and stuff, but I don't get that excited about picking up trash. No offense, DW. No offense. But I'm just saying, Diane, that is her bucket list all day long.
It is. So I don't know. Maybe we'll stick me in the parade one of these days on the back of a trash truck.
That was what we got a chance to do that, to actually go out with one of the trash trucks, and God, that was eye opening. That was how fast and how hard those guys work. That was amazing because like you said, it is pretty amazing to watch when you see it, but it's something that you can't forget about.
Right.
And then when you're there, I was literally chasing them down every stop. They were so quick. And I was like, hey, can you guys slow down for me to take a picture? They were just getting it done, and they were getting it done with a smile on their face. They were all happy. They weren't grumpy or anything like that.
You got to have fun. But I think if you actually stuck me out on one of their routes, they'd be calling DW saying, this lady.
They do 600 stops a day.
That is insane.
Wow, it's hard to believe that, but
See, I just want to wave from it.
truck? Per truck? Wow.
So it's hard work.
Speaking of the Grove Street FM app,
Yes.
it's now available on Android, correct?
Yes. Right now, it is available in Android and on the website at grovestreet.fm. And today, this is breaking news, by the way.
Breaking news.
Apple likes to take their time approving apps. So, but today we talked this morning. It is uploaded, being reviewed. So the Apple app should be available within 3 or 4 days. So by the end of the week. So it's going to be great.
So we did actually, for those people who followed our Facebook page that we put up, the Talk Local to Me, we did a giveaway for anyone who downloaded the app and screenshotted that they downloaded the app. And so I'm going to do our very first giveaway, because one thing you will find out for those who are going to be listening, and we like giveaways. So I have a $20 gift certificate to East Coast Wings. We love East Coast Wings. And Chris Morris, hopefully you are listening.
Yay,
Woo, woo.
Chris.
So Chris Morris, if you are listening, yes, woo. Call in 540-712-6221. Call in and let us know that you're listening and say hello. Heck, if you want to give a little weather report to us, he's our local weatherman. Call in, say hi. Yeah, and photographer. And say hi and claim your prize. So, yeah, we're really excited. We're really excited to be on. Excited for the growth of Grove Street FM, Watts Creative Studios, and
Thank you.
excited to have DW in here. So speaking of Public Works,
Yes.
Yes.
Director of Public Works for the town of Bedford.
Yes.
And the most genuine, humble person I have ever had the pleasure to know.
Well, thank you. I'll give you $20 later.
Right.
Hey, if y'all go to test those products, a couple of them you test first. A heater. And then maybe see if Goodwill donate some jackets if you can get them.
Right. What's that temperature saying here?
57.
It's colder in here than it is outside.
That's in case you get nervous.
Yeah.
But DW, first of all, thank you to Public Works and all the Public Works in our area.
Thank you.
You guys do a fantastic job. You have some really amazing people that work
Yes,
for
I
you
totally
and
agree
with you.
Yes.
Yes. And you're right. They always have a smile on their face, hardworking people, and we appreciate them.
They make it fun. They take a hard job and make it fun. They have fun doing it. Mm-hmm. They accept any challenge that you give them. But also, the good part is we're like family. So, we argue with each other like everybody else does, but we listen to each other because they all know the good points to make this work better and have suggestions, and we take all that and make it work out good. And I'll say with the weather that you noticed here recently, some other localities, they'll post, hey, no trash pickup today because of the weather. Mm-hmm. We don't miss days. So
That's awesome.
haven't yet.
And we work a lot with your department,
Yes.
with all the events that we do, Centerfest,
Yes.
tree lighting, Christmas parade.
Battle of the Bands,
Yes.
cruise ins.
Absolutely. And I mean, just phenomenal people to work with, and you guys really help us out. And we definitely couldn't do some of these events without you at all.
Well, thank you. We like working with y'all too, and you make it fun. That's one good thing with y'all's events. It's fun when you work them. It doesn't seem like you're coming in having a job to do. You make them fun events. You appreciate people. You take care of them. You feed them. And have a lot of events. That's what's frustrating too sometimes, that when you hear people in town talk about, well, there's nothing to do. And then I think about all the nights and weekends we work doing events. Is like, man, where are these people at?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot going on.
Under a rock.
A lot going on.
Right. Well, I mean, you have to have fun. And people that know Heather and I, we're serious about promoting and supporting businesses and communities.
Yes.
But with that, we have to laugh.
Yeah.
We laugh. I mean, I don't get these wrinkles from, just anything. We have to laugh.
Yeah.
I love laughing.
I remember I think it might have been in one of the first Battle of the Bands we did. It was a hot, sunny day. We got everything set up. You had that big tent,
Oh, yes.
like the 10 by 20 set up for the bands and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then 30 minutes before it starts, here comes that storm.
Do you remember me crying?
Yes. Took that tent. It looked like a tarantula walking down the bank.
It did. I was in
towards the lake
tears.
with the wind.
I was soaking wet because I was trying to save the equipment.
Yes.
And I stood out in the pouring down rain holding a tent over top of speakers.
Yeah.
And but I did a live from,
You did.
I did a live broadcast I was soaking wet and I was like, we're still having this event.
That's
and
right.
you better come out. But
And I was next to the beer truck in tears,
Imagine
bawling. Yeah.
Imagine that by the beer truck.
no.
Designated
What I
spot,
do.
DW. Designated spot.
I will say, it seems like, Diane, I
coffee
find
and
you
beer.
crying.
No, was she crying because they ran out of beer?
Yeah.
Or was it the storm?
I drink it all. No.
No.
I do. Look, these events we do, when we say blood, sweat, and tears,
Yeah.
we're not joking. I mean, I get upset a lot when things just, go a little unplanned, and I have cried at a few, but that's okay, right? I'm human.
Yeah.
We've bled at some. We've we laugh a lot, like I said, but we get through it, and
They're
it's
very
all good.
stressful, but they all turn out nice. You know,
They do. They do.
You stress more than the rest of us do, and we kind of have sit back and laugh at you for stressing so much because we know it's going to work out.
Well, you're your own worst critic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're also doing this, you're doing it for the community.
Yeah.
You're doing it for sponsors. And you want to make sure it's being done well for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it's hard to please everyone, but we have fun. And Diane and I, we work really well as a team. I think as far as coworkers go, we work really well together. And, Debbie, who is also in our office, we work really well with her too. So it's a great, we have a great team together. And so we enjoy, all the events that we do. I don't think there's anyone that we really don't like doing. It's not anything.
We wouldn't do it if
yeah.
we didn't like it. I mean, who wants to do that?
And I think stress-wise, once you made it through that parade last year, the rest of the event should be a breeze because,
that was amazing.
They're crazy,
Middle of
wasn't
a COVID pandemic, and the tree lighting and the parades went flawless. All the safety precautions were in place. Nobody complained. That was
traffic
perfect.
backed up for
That
miles.
was a lot. That was amazing.
Yeah, it really was. So
A lot of fun.
I was pleased. I'm glad it's over, but if we have to do it again for some unknown reason, then we know how to do it and we know how to, tweak things. So, but DW.
Yes.
Let's talk about what cool and awesome thing you did recently. You wrote a book.
Yes. A children's book.
Yeah. So tell me what it's about and how that even came about.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the book is called "The Day Boots Became a Cow,"
I love the name.
and it's a true story. So Diane, you've been to our house. We live on a farm, and I have a wonderful, beautiful wife. And
Tammy is amazing.
She is amazing. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Preach.
And so they had this little calf that they started feeding, and her and Megan, and I kept telling them, you better get that thing back out in the field soon. You're going to get it spoiled. And of course, they just love it to death and keep on. And, as it reads in the book, next thing you know, it thinks it's a dog, and it's staying in the garage. We didn't have to keep it pinned up. It just hung out in the yard and playing kickball and doing everything else. So just to be fun, I just typed it up on the computer and grabbed some clip art and stuff, put it together one day and stapled it and brought it home and said, hey, y'all, look at this. I took this thing in and put it together as a book, And I had wrote another book years ago and got to thinking about it. So then I got with a wonderful publisher, Watch Creative Publishing.
You seem to be everywhere, Woody.
That's out in the warehouse. That's
Yeah.
another division, yes.
And so we got to look at that thing and like, man, we can do this and put it out there. So another thing that I'm involved with, I'm on the board of the Carter Craft Foundation, which is dear to my heart.
Fantastic organization.
Yes, and those people are family to me. So I said, well, if I'm going to do this, I called Kendall and Stacy up and said, hey, I'm thinking about publishing this book. If it's okay with y'all, if I do that, I want to put y'all's name with it. And so when it comes out up until the end of the month of February, which will be the end of this week, I guess, part of the proceeds go towards the foundation, a way I can help make awareness for them and raise some money for them. Mm-hmm. They was all on board, said, hey, great, no problem. To be honest with you, I'm thinking, hey, if I can sell a few bucks and raise a couple $100 for them and some awareness and stuff would be great. We put it on there, 15 days later, it's number 2 on Amazon.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
And just going like crazy. I mean, just crazy.
I love it. And I tell you what I love the most about this book is the real pictures in the back of the book.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Of Boots. But and your family.
Yes.
I mean, you've got the most precious family.
I do.
Megan and John and Tammy are just...
Very fortunate, yes.
Yes.
Well,
And-
we wanted to put those pictures in there because I wanted people to be able to realize that was a true story and see the real Boots, which he's still at the house. He, the difference is he's now not that little calf. He's now, 700 pounds. But let me tell you, he's still just as spoiled as he is the day he was born.
And I'm assuming his name is Boots because he looks like he's wearing boots.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he played with your dog, right, Nikki?
Played with Nikki. Because we put him in the pen with Nikki when he was little, just to keep him in there. And then, like when they would bottle feed Boots, And when you're feeding a calf, you get all this white foamy stuff from the bottle.
Yeah.
Well, Nicky would lick it off his face. That he'd clean up afterwards, and Tammy would go, "All right, Nicky, clean him up," and he'd start licking the calf, and then they become good friends. And then next thing you know, they're running through the yard. We didn't even put him back up. He just let him stay in the yard. I mean, he didn't go anywhere. And then we finally put him down in the pen. Said we got to transition him to the field, so we got this lot separate from the big field. Put him down in that lot, and the next morning I'm like getting a shower, and our bathroom is like next to the garage, and I hear, the calf, and I told Tammy, I said, "Man, that thing is hollering so loud, I can hear it in the shower." She opens up the garage, it's laying in the floor with the dog. It broke out and come back
wow.
up to the house. So it did that 2 or 3 times. We couldn't keep it in the lot because it kept coming back to the house. So we go, all right, we accepted, okay, it's going to be a pet. We're going to keep it at the house. And then one day we go outside and go, where's Boots at? He took off. We look out in the field, now he's with the cows.
Where he should be.
Where he should be. It was like, okay, well, now he decided to be a cow. So that was kind of the whole thing for the book. So
That's awesome. Well, so people just go to Amazon?
Go to Amazon. You can just go to Amazon and put in my name. It's the first thing that pops up. And also, if you do Amazon Smile, I don't know if you're familiar with how you do Amazon Smile, which does a donation thing. The Carter Craft Foundation is on there for the Smile Foundation. So you can click that, and do all your purchases on Amazon to go to them if you choose to. I do. But if not, if you just click on there to get the book, the sales are good. It comes to us, and we're going to be presenting them a pretty generous check here next week that'll make them happy.
So for those who may not know about the Carter Craft Foundation,
yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about them? I know they participated this past year in our community giving day. And so I think it was one of the first times that I had met Stacy.
Yes,
and I really enjoyed speaking with them and learning more about them and their organization. So tell us a little bit about what they do.
Yep. So Carter is the oldest son of Kendall and Martha. He was married before to Martha, and they had 2 boys, Carter and Addison, and then Kendall and Stacy got married, and they're all still good friends with Martha. It's good relationships there. But Carter was working his way through the dealership. He worked in the parts department. He worked in cleanup, and he now doing sales. He's the next generation coming up through the family to take over the dealerships and stuff. And I've known them since I was born because Kendall and I have been friends since we were kids. I actually married him and Stacy when he got married. I performed the ceremony for him.
What?
That's how close we are.
You're a man of many talents.
All these people, we are surrounded.
Man.
What have I done with my life?
Publishers and authors and what?
Yeah, that was a whole nother fun story doing that wedding and stuff. But anyway, but unfortunately, Carter was involved in a motorcycle accident and passed away. Mm-hmm. So after that, they decided to start this foundation because Carter was a very giving, guy. He loved helping people. He loved doing stuff, loving giving back to the community and everything. So they kind of took that and continued what he was building on, working up to, because he was going to be a great person, a great business person, and give back. So they just took that and built off of that and started the foundation in his name to continue what he had already started doing. And so they do a lot of great things. I'm on the board for them with that. Some of the things they do, like you've heard of the Shop with a Cop event here in Bedford, where they, identify needy children in the area that need stuff, and they put them with a police officer and takes them to Walmart, and they get their Christmas list and they buy their Christmas. The Carter Craft Foundation plays a big part in that financially to help support that and do that. We also went to the schools pre-COVID, but not last year because of change in the schools where they worked. But prior to that, we came up here and got with them with all the kids that couldn't afford the lunches or had balances that needed to be paid on there, and we paid all the school lunches for the rest of the year in the
Wow.
school.
Awesome.
And that was not just for in the town of Bedford, but for the whole school system.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Took care of that. Carter Craft Foundation is a big financial supporter of the Patrick Henry Boys and Girls Homes. They have the big Jeep cruise in and raise money and then take that money, put it back in. And they just do. I mean, they go to nursing homes and put the care packages together. I mean, the list just goes. Cop camp up here where the kids come for the whole week to camp to learn how to do stuff. They donate to that. I just can't think of all the different things the wonderful stuff that they do. So,
Wow. So yeah, definitely go to Amazon,
Yes.
pick this book up,
Yes.
or people can directly give to the.
They can go to the Carter Craft Foundation website, which is the Carter Craft Foundation online. You can find that and make a donation to them to help out. Great people. I just can't. I can sit here for the next hour and just keep saying it over and over how wonderful it is, and they're good people. And if you know them, y'all have met them. They're regular people. I mean, they're just like me and you. They're wonderful people. They care about people. They have over 200 employees that work for them. And all their employees, most of them are there, long-time people. They enjoy working for them. It's like family. They treat their employees well. And I think it shows that, it comes back to them. That's why their businesses grow. They got so many dealerships and they have such success is because they do treat people right.
Yeah.
And it comes back on you on how you do people. So,
Definitely. Well, do you want to give a little shout out to the other radio show that you were on?
The one with the diva.
Yeah.
We're fortunate to be on there. And since that show's taken off real well, we'll bring this up again tomorrow too, that now Brian has a new contract he has negotiated. So he does 3 episodes and he's off one, so I'm not sure if he'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, he's probably in Cancun.
He's probably or Cancun, Michigan somewhere. But
Well, he gonna come across.
I'm waiting for him to run across the parking lot
might.
now.
Well, he won't run. That's for sure. He might come across there, but he's not running.
He'll knock on the door.
Yeah. But it's
Brian.
Life, Liberty, Happiness. We are on Wednesday afternoons at 4:30 live. We have a great time, and we go over local news. We go over sports, and
What's happening?
what's happening.
Yes, all things Bedford. I love it. You guys really need to check it out.
And we have fun and just try to make some people mad, try to make some people happy, whatever we can do.
I think we succeeded that. I think,
Both,
at least
yeah.
in the mad part.
Yes.
Yes.
I think they're a great tie-in with us because while
Yes.
we're Talk Local, we're not just central to Bedford.
Right.
I mean, we're going to be talking about all over. Those in Amherst and like we said, Alta Vista, Lynchburg, Forest. But Life, Liberty, Happiness is you're here talking about
Yeah.
all things local and the local community. So being able to have you and Brian and having y'all on every now and then to talk about things going on here is going to be really important.
Yep.
And
Well, that's what makes a community. That's the true definition of a community is, working together. Reaching out to-
Collaboration.
Yes.
You don't have to be a person that would come in here and sit and just lean into the mic and go wonderful, beautiful, all that stuff. I mean, you got to really mean it when you go out there in the community.
You do.
and be involved. So,
It's all about genuine participation
Yeah.
and wanting to, be involved
Yeah.
and collaborate with others. And you can only accomplish great things when you work with others.
Yes. Yes.
So, thank you so much, DW. And we will
Absolutely.
definitely have you and
Thank you.
Brian Schley, the diva.
The diva.
We'll catch him in between vacation times.
Yeah.
So,
Does he have a list of demands like Mariah Carey?
yes,
that-
only green
He does
M&Ms.
now, yeah.
He's got to have the heater on. It's a list. I'll get you the spreadsheet.
His newer thing's a clock.
Yeah, he's got to have another clock. Look at my neon clock.
Yeah.
He didn't like that. So
He's been on this clock kick here the last couple of episodes about keeping up with time and
that's just like me. I just want blue gummy bears. Which you can get sometimes
Yeah.
at the Blue Lady.
if you don't buy them all.
right.
Well, yeah, I did buy all the bags of blue gummy bears, so you don't go up there right now because there are no more because I ate them all. But I do go up there quite regularly. And get
I think this
And what do
summer
you
when
get?
you do like
Blue gummy bears.
when y'all do the Battle of the Bands, maybe we'll have different booths set up, and this would be hard for Woody. He'll be working his butt off, but y'all could be broadcasting live.
There
we
you
can have
go.
Life, Liberty, Happiness
That's right.
broadcasting live.
We
from-
should.
Get on the
Right. Yep.
road.
Full Talk will be there
Full
too.
Talk will
Yep.
be there.
on
That's it.
the road.
We'll have a
Center
Grove
Fest.
Street FM booth and
Yeah.
just have it blasting out to Bedford. That'd be
We
great.
need our
That's a
own
great idea.
bus.
One booth, and we just take up an hour each.
That's right. That's
group,
right.
and we can rotate.
That's
Well,
right.
now you said a bus.
Yes.
We've tried talking. Brian has a rather impressive RV.
Yeah.
And we've tried talking him into converting that, but maybe you can kind of put a plug in.
Be a traveling road show.
DW has an RV too.
Oh, that's right, DW. I forgot.
I do.
VP Pence was in.
Let's
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
right. He did
Let's
stay
get
in
let's
that
get that
thing.
thing wrapped. Let's do it.
Just saying.
Yeah.
VP Pence.
We could
When
totally
he-
take this on.
Yeah, when the vice president came to D-Day, they needed a place for him to stay during the day in between his speaking and
Yeah.
stuff. So I offered up my motorhome and not thinking they would say yeah. And they was like, oh, yeah. So the Secret Service had to come out to my house and
Oh yeah, make sure it was
sweep
good.
it, check it out. And then when I took it up there, once it got up there, they kept somebody with it the whole time. And,
Nice.
you know, the cool part is I like and I won't go too long with this, that Pence loves Diet Coke and Deer Park water. And I don't know if they thought he was going to drink like a boatload that day, but like they put like 5 cases of each one in
And
there.
left them all for you.
Left them all for me.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's your tip.
And they was like, hey, you want him
Here
to
you
sign
go.
something in here? And I was like, he can sign a book. Don't be writing on my counters and
Yeah,
stuff.
I might sell this one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, DW.
Thank you.
So we are, 30 minutes goes by pretty quick.
It does.
So we are about halfway. Hopefully you're halfway through your lunch, or maybe you're just starting lunch. But we are going to be doing our Tuesday takeout trivia question right now. So we are going to do a trivia question, and hopefully we'll have somebody call in with the answer to our trivia. And we have a giveaway. We have a gift certificate to Huddle House here in Bedford. And our Tuesday trivia question of the day is February 25th is National What Day? So for anyone who knows, and no, Brandon, you may not go into the other
Man, I
room.
was going to put my headphones on.
And call,
Excuse me, I have a meeting I gotta go to.
and,
Meeting in the bathroom.
but you can call in. It's 540-712-6221. So our first caller that calls in with the correct answer, we have a gift certificate for you to Huddle House in Bedford. So it's National What Day on February 25th. And I personally love these. Depends. You can get them in so many different types. I'm
Don't give any clues.
not trying to give any clues. I'm giving a little clues.
I had to make sure like it was
little clues.
They're Googling right now.
Yeah.
I know, somebody's
Google.
Googling.
Googling.
Whoever can Google
What's the number again?
540-712-6221.
And just a little update. I know people are listening out there. We have quite a few listeners listening live, so someone out there knows that trivia question.
Don't be shy, guys.
Yeah, call
You
in.
can give a fake name if you'd like.
Talk to me. Talk local to me. Let's go. Call in. And you know, I know we've had some people that say they and I don't know Woody, somebody said that they're getting like kicked to like a national broadcast every now and then. They're having to come back in.
Oh, yes. So just a quick update. We're supposed to have internet. We were supposed to have it installed last week, so we're going off a hotspot. So next week, we're going to have a secure, stable form of communications coming out of this building. We have been waiting and waiting, so that might be the reason. So just keep tuning in, though. But we have a pretty good connection right now, so we should be good to go.
Moving on up next week.
Yeah, next
sounds
week,
good.
that's it. Keep tweaking. That's what we do here.
So once we have a call in, Woody will let us know.
Yep,
We'll let somebody know who our winner is. But yeah. But now we have our
Dun-dun-dun.
next segment. I think Woody has our cool little
Oh, I do. Oh,
hold
yeah,
on,
ready?
our cool
Let's
intro
do
to
it.
this. It's our yes, I love it. Who are the people in your neighborhood? So I'm really excited about this because we're going to be bringing people in every week to talk about who do we have, what businesses do we have here locally, who do we want to talk to. And so today we have Brandon Brown with Brown's Heating and Air.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And Brandon, we have him on today for numerous reasons, not only because he's just amazing, but he's also a champion sponsor for the Central Virginia
Yes.
Business Coalition and has been a sponsor for us for many years.
Yes,
And thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, we love it. It's
And-
been great.
Also has a podcast as well.
We do. Yep. We started back in November, the Cool Talk with Brown's Heating and Air.
So we wanted to, kind of chat with you a little bit about all of that. Just Brown's Heating and Air, how you got started, how you've built it to where you are today. Because I know you've grown significantly just since you and I met.
We have, yes. I started in 2006 on my own. Let's see, I'll be 40 this year, and this is our 2006.
He's a baby.
I know. I feel old. I've already told my wife we're skipping this year's birthday because I'm just so depressed at 40. But it's 2006, and just by myself, started it. I was doing heating and air before that. I started in high school, actually senior year of high school. In 1999 and 2000, I went to CVCC half a day, took heating and air classes, and then went to school, and then worked heating and air until 2006. And then when I decided I wanted to do it on my own, I liked the business, and I liked that part, but I wanted to start something in my own name and grow something in the community and do it a little different than other companies are doing. So 2006, we started that, just me, added a couple guys, and then now to date, we're at 23 employees with a full operating office of 2 or 3 in the office.
Fantastic. Wow.
So
That's tremendous growth.
yeah, we've been blessed.
Yeah.
Definitely all the thanks to God and what He's provided for us. We grew slow. Didn't try to do it all at once. Grow your customers and get to the point to where you absolutely need the extra work and help, and then hire. So we don't ever have to worry about laying off. All the guys get 40 hours a week. There's some companies, I've talked to other friends of mine at other companies now that are getting 20, 25 hours a week because they're so big, where my guys are, they're getting their 40, 45 hours a week. They're paying bills and no complaints. So
I like how you give little tips and tricks on like when we had that ice storm,
Yes.
before you cut your heating back on or whatever, knock the ice off.
Yeah, it's a lot of tips like that cost people so much money. And I know we're in the business to make money, and we get our service calls, but there's a lot of stuff that customers can use common sense and prevent. If we can prevent someone's with an icicle ruining your motor compressor and $1,500 repair, I'm going to do that. That's just the way I am. And then I'm just going to hope it's going to come back with when they do need us, they're going to call. It's stuff like that because when storms hit or power surges and stuff, there's tips that customers don't think about.
Yeah.
Your power's out and it's icing, and then you get big icicles down there and holding your fan from moving. When it does come back on, and boom, now you've got a big repair. And it's if we can prevent that, I'm all for it. I mean, I'm going to we're going to make money, and we're going to stay open, and we don't need to make it on every little thing. So,
and see, that's something cool, because people like me would not think about doing stuff like that. I just wouldn't. Yeah. And I think that's what builds the trust between your customers, and they're going to keep coming back to you.
Yeah, that's definitely our goal,
nice.
Just to build that trust and faith that we're going to help them the best way possible without any issues.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I've personally had you come over to our house, and
yes.
We've had you come in and do work and actually install a unit, and I have loved the fact that a lot of times I see people talking about when someone says they're going to be there at a certain time, you always have to bank that. Oh, so somebody's they say they'll be there between like 9 and 11, and so you got to
take off 2 days.
Yeah, you have to take off for like 6 hours to make sure somebody's going to show up. But you guys have an amazing system, because they text you like, okay, so and so is going to be there at 9, and like it literally messages you and says they've left the Brown's Heating and Air parking lot at this time, and they will be there at 9:01 or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did a lot of research on this program. It's called House Call Pro, which they do a lot of different trades. And we did a lot of research, and I did a lot of videos and chatting with them and testing each one. And the best thing about this was, it's customized setup so that as soon as your appointment's made, you get a text and an email with the appointment. And then when they hit on the way on their app, it's going to text and email you the picture of the technician that's coming and that they're on the way. And you should, it's linked with the GPS system. So if he's leaving a call in Amherst and it's coming to Bedford, they say you should see your technician within 30 to 43 minutes or whatever. So you're looking, and you got the picture of the technician. We go to a lot of homes where the wives, we probably meet the wives or the children 80% of the time. So in this day and age, you want to be able to trust whoever comes to your house. So if they show up in a van and just say, I'm here to, and they're not the same picture and they're not wearing our uniform, then the customer knows, this isn't right.
That's really good. What service area do you
We
serve? Just
we serve Lynchburg and all surrounding counties. We go from the lake to Lovingston to Gretna. We're getting closer to Farmville now, so we've got a really good 50 to 60 mile radius.
wow.
We had, and I've brought this up before. I brought this up when I was actually on his Cool Talk podcast, but his employees actually too are, or at least the couple I've had. Oh my gosh, this is perfect.
There is a train coming.
Hold on, this is
I hope you can hear it.
Time out.
Never in the history of recording have people been excited for the train coming through.
We usually have to stop and we're
Yeah,
mad.
this is
but
live,
this
y'all.
is what we
You're gonna
want.
hear the train fly.
And you're
by.
going to know in just a second why.
So excited.
Because this train passing is brought to you by Brown's Heating and Air. We're a train dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
I wish we could stop that train sometimes, but
And with that train coming through, we have a train station gift certificate
Train
to
station.
Liberty
Perfect.
Station. $10. Call in 540-712-6221 and claim your train station gift certificate.
Awesome. Please,
Now-
somebody call. That's great.
Back to our regularly scheduled broadcast of Brown's Heating and Air.
Yes. What were we saying?
No, I was talking about his employees. So I know because I know Brandon personally. He really he takes his name and the name of his company he takes a lot of pride in it. And his employees are just really super
They are,
wonderful.
yes.
And I know the last one that I had come in, and I'm so sorry because I forgot
I think it
his
was
name.
Travis.
I think it was Travis.
Yeah.
He was the sweetest thing, and my daughter was having the most fun following him around. She even took like her little makeup case and dumped it out and put like tools in it.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, and she was following him around, and she was talking his ear off about how to make the system work and how is he doing this and she's carrying around this little pink makeup case with.
Do y'all take
little
interns?
Yes, bring them on. Yeah.
And he was so patient with her, like
Yep.
That's
explaining
cool.
what he was doing, and I kept going, Riley, leave him alone, and but he was really good, and I left like a 5-star review for them because I was just like, not only did you do what you're supposed to do, but he did it with a 9-year-old.
He babysat your child while he
Yeah,
did it.
right.
That's awesome.
I know. I actually sat in there and did some work. I was like,
I
thank you.
I need to add extra fee to that
yeah,
invoice.
it's a babysitting fee.
Yeah, baby. But yeah,
like,
it's
look at what I
we
got done.
we take a lot of pride in that. When we're hiring, I am really strict on who we hire because you're in a construction field and you get a lot of applicants, a lot of experience, but do they have the personality that I have? Do they have the customer service that I make sure, and that's like a priority for me. Mm-hmm. And I go over with these guys and say, look, no matter what, the customer's number one. There's no dumb question. We've got to treat them like it's your own family, so that when you leave, we're the only name they call back. Because there's a lot of companies in town, and you can call and get any of them. But I want them to know that we're the only one that they would call for us to come back and do any other work.
Fantastic.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about your Cool Talk podcast.
Cool Talk, yes.
Because you do that here as
I do
well
this
with
here, yeah.
Watts Creative Studios. And how often are you recording?
I am right now. I'm recording twice a month on Wednesdays. I usually have 5 or 6 guests lined up back to back, and we record and release our episodes every Monday. We're shooting towards the goal of trying to go live soon, once a week, on Wednesdays, and get that going. And it's pretty cool because me and Woody does all my TV commercials, and we've done that for a couple of years. And I told him last year about this time, like, man, I really think a podcast would be fun, something we could do, and just spread not only just heating and air stuff. It's in between me and Talk Local and Life, Liberty, Happiness. We're all kind of got the same theme. We all are local. We're trying to spread local businesses, help build local businesses, bring local news. But I do the same thing. I try to give tips. We've got accountants and plumbers and electricians and the coalition, and we just bring them all in and talk about giving tips to help, just like the ICE tip, tips on how to save around your house, who to call and who to trust. Like there's there's a lot of people that do certain jobs, but there's some that do it, that I trust the most, and I like to refer them and recommend them. So I think, and then Woody's like, well, and this is about the same time I think this come open. He's like, well, let me get the studio ready, and I believe I was the first podcast that started, wasn't it? October.
You were itching to go
off.
too. Like, Brandon's like, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet?
I was
sending
burning them up.
pictures.
Yeah, he was sending pictures, and I was finally like, just come to my office and we'll just do something live. And he's like, no, we'll be ready October, whatever. So it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and I enjoy bringing in people and spreading different things local.
Well, Watts Creative was doing your commercials too.
Yeah, my
wasn't he?
TV. Anything you see, anything you seen on the WSET or streaming that Brown's Heating Air, he's done all the video and for that and helping us put that together.
Woody is the man.
He is.
I will tell you, with all these podcasts coming out, it may have the general theme to share local and spread local and stuff, but they're
views.
All different.
They are.
They are.
Is.
And I tell you, all, Life, Liberty, Happiness, Cool Talk, got me through some long trips back and forth to Maryland. I literally listened to, this, and it's cool. And I love to see them all popping up because they do give a different take on it.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that I love about this community is that there's some great local voices, that over time kind of get lost because, everybody tunes in the national news, and with news being just crazy now and you're scared to tune it on, people kind of want that local voice where they know what's happening in their community. Yes. And that's why I absolutely love being a part and doing that here because, like you said, like all of a sudden you've got, 4 or 5 shows that are people that you're neighbors with, but the news is important to you. It's not just some stuff going on that, may not pertain to you. So that is one thing that I have to say. There are some great people in Bedford and voices, and I am just so blessed that they come through this studio. Yeah,
it's definitely a blast. It's helped me too. I've gotten a lot of people message us or even call us either through the TV commercial or the podcast now and wanting us to do heat and air work. So it's helped. And I had a guy that owns a heat and air company. I told Woody the other week, he's actually owns it in Arizona, and messaged me through Facebook like, hey, I'm moving to Virginia. Are you in the area? I've been listening to your podcast. You sound the way you sound. You sound like you run a good business and a good person to work for. You're a Christian family, Christian run business, and he wasn't moving in Lynchburg, unfortunately, but he was like, that's how I found you. He's like, because I put my podcast on one of the heating and air forums I'm on, and he's been listening, and he messaged like, man, I'd like to work for you because I'm coming to. Mm-hmm. I do heating and air, and we're moving to Virginia, but they were moving to Richmond, so it didn't work out. But that's really neat to
all
hear.
The way from Arizona.
Yeah, he's in Arizona listening, and he listens. He said, I just listen on my jobs, and it's on my list of podcasts with other heating and airs, and he said, man, Virginia. So he was going to come work for us, or at least apply, and because of what he's heard on the podcast, which is really good, which is awesome.
Fantastic. Well, and you can find that on the grovestreet.fm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
Every Monday, correct?
It's on every Monday on the podcast app with your Apple or Android or Spotify, and then Woody has added it to the list of all of our podcasts and shows. And every Monday between 9 and 10, I believe
9 and 10 is the Cool Talk Hour.
So he'll redeal with all our. He's rerunning our episodes on that, and you can also hit subscribe now on everybody's podcast that Woody does here, and subscribe to all of us.
Yeah, that way it's we love doing live. Like this is very fun. But like if you do have a busy schedule, like this show, you'll be able to subscribe in all the major platforms: Apple, Google, Amazon, Spotify, everything. Talk Local to me. So, but I have all that on the Grove Street website for y'all.
Yes.
Well, we really appreciate Brandon because again, like I said, you're a sponsor of the Central Virginia Business Coalition, and I know we haven't really said much about the CVABC today because I didn't want to make this all about business our first show, but just a real quick plug for the Central Virginia Business Coalition. I'm the executive director, and Diane is our director of events, and we are here to support local business in our community, and we appreciate the fact that you are a sponsor of ours.
Oh, I've loved it. We've done it. I think this is our 4th or 5th year straight. First year as a champion, but we've gotten our money back tenfold, whether it's been with business or just education, meeting people at Coffee Talk, how they run businesses and stuff, and just the friendships you gain and going to the events. I've now signed up, I think, under Diane to help her with I think it's meeting new members and trying to get the info out because they're trying to find it's so many joining now. So I'm helping on that group as well to try to. So I'm
and I appreciate you.
No, that's great. I like to spread. I'm telling everybody about it. I think that's why we got Woody signed on. I was telling him about the group.
Yeah,
you got him as a member now. So,
and actually, speaking of members, we have had, I think, since January, I would say we've had close to 40 some.
We've had quite a few
new members.
Yeah, every time I open my email, we have new members. Just a quick shout out to just a few of the new members recently. Here in Bedford, Ferguson Family Provisions, which is a food truck, and if you have not had their food, you are missing out.
Yes, shrimp tacos. I'm just gonna throw that one out there because they are
so good,
fantastic, and you can check out their Facebook page to find out where they are located every day.
Yes, they go to Joe Bean's, they go to the Welcome Center. They've been in Roanoke, they've gone to Lynchburg. They're kind of all over the place, which is great to see them expanding. We have had the Alta Vista Chamber of Commerce sign up.
Yes.
Quality Fencing in Amherst, and Signs by Tomorrow in Lynchburg, Automated Mobility in Lynchburg.
Yes. And you know, one thing I'm really excited, Quality Fencing, they just joined, and I think I had a lot of phone calls about fencing companies. So I'm really excited to have them on board because a lot of people
did a fence for me.
Did they?
Yes.
Okay,
at the
cool.
shop, my new shop where I'm building, they come by and did a good job. Fenced in some dumpster areas for me.
Okay, great. Great. And I'm really interested to learn more about this automation mobility. And so I'm going to be meeting with him soon to learn more about his company. So if you're a local business in the area that is not a member and wants to learn more about what we do, please reach out to us. We are currently, our membership's only $75. That's annual. That's not monthly. That is annual. But that special is only going to be good through March. So for those of you who don't know, our normal rate was $125, and we did drop that due to COVID, but we're going to be going back to that regular rate April 1st. So right now is a really great time to get on board, and that's all the pitching I'm going to do today.
Go to our website. You can go to our website, cvabc.org. It's a list of members, list of events, things like that.
As soon as it warms up, you ought to have one of those food trucks out here when you're having the live show and have people come by.
We should. What is that?
Man, we got a good caller queue. Here we go.
Yes.
A caller. Okay. You are live. Who do we have on with us?
Hello.
Hello. This sounds like Libby.
Is it me?
Is it
Yes. Is this Libby?
Libby? Yay, it is Libby. I recognized your voice. Hey. How in the world did I pick that out? It's probably because I talk to you all the time.
Caller.
Yes, you're our first caller.
What?
You're our first caller.
Well, like I said, long-time listener.
Long-time listener.
53 minutes.
That's amazing.
This is why I love you.
She calling for the trivia or the train?
Oh, yeah. Which one are you calling for? Trivia or train? Or just because you want to talk to us?
I mean, I'll take either one.
Well,
Also, same.
well, you're definitely our train caller because you're the first person that's called since the train came in. So I'm gonna give you our gift certificate to Liberty Station.
Oh, yes. A wonderful business. They have, they are great. They're one of my faves.
And Libby, why don't you tell everybody who you're with? Because you're actually one of our sponsors. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you plug that while you're calling in.
I am. I'm Libby Orman with Easley Hedrick Insurance. We are located here in Bedford at the Food Line Shopping Center, and we are a full-service insurance agency. We can handle your business insurance, personal insurance, healthcare, employee healthcare, long-term disability, you name it, we can do it. We have 7 offices across the state of Virginia and have, I couldn't even tell you how many years of experience we all have combined. I mean, it's several hundred, I'm sure, because we've got some old timers in our agency.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for calling in and winning our train station gift certificate and listening in today for our first premiere episode.
Yes. And I got a mean text from Mike from Visiting Angels that said I beat him for the gift certificate. So.
Oh, he must be in our queue because we have some people in our queue. So
we have one more gift certificate to give to still give away. So if he can answer the trivia question.
Yeah, he better be on his game.
Okay.
Bye, Libby.
Maybe I'll text him the answer if he doesn't have it. All right, bye, guys.
All right.
Hi.
You are on the air. Who are we talking to?
Hi, this is Mike.
Hi, Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels.
And we're so sorry that you are not going to win the train gift
This is a perfect segue
certificate.
because I know I'm sad. I called when the train. I was like, oh, the train. I got a call, but yeah, I missed it. So
Well, do you know the answer to the trivia question, though?
is it chocolate covered nut day?
Actually, it is chocolate covered nut day.
Is that one of them?
That is one of them. So I'm going to give it to him.
multiple.
It's multiple days, and I found that out after I said it. So
Nice.
you are correct. It is chocolate covered nut day, which is really
I want
ironic
you to know I
because
just got a text from Libby saying chocolate covered nut day.
oh, she told you.
They're tag teaming this.
Oh,
That is
they're
hilarious.
rigging this system.
Well, yes, you
Well,
are
I'll tell
correct.
I'll tell you what. If one of the other callers can get the other one, I will sponsor a $25 gift card to Huddle House
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome.
from Brown Seed and Air. If one of them can get the other one that you were looking for, the original
Okay.
answer.
Got you. Well, Mike, I have a $20 East Coast Wings gift certificate that I will be giving you.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thanks,
Cool.
Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thanks. Have a great day.
We are waiting for the caller queue to come open. Here we go.
Hello, you are on Talk Local to Me.
Hello?
Hello? Hi, who is this?
Can you hear me?
I can.
This is Tom from the Blue Lady.
Hey, Tom, do you have blue gummy bears ready for me?
Excuse me?
I said, do you have the blue gummy bears ready for me? Is that why you're calling?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, I'll be up there in a minute. Now, what's up, Tom?
I was just calling. Letty told me to call and tell you the National Pancake Day.
Yes, you got the other one. Woo-hoo! Good job.
I was just told that I was supposed to call you.
Yes, you got it. National Pancake Day was the original one I was looking for. So you are the winner of a $25 gift certificate as well to
From Brown
Seating and Air
To Huddle House.
to Huddle House.
I'll get it.
So thank you, and I can bring that. I'll bring that up there to you, and get my gummy bears while I'm up there. So
Get your gummy
till
bears.
Jay to start picking them out, all the blue
Alrighty.
ones.
Well, we'll see you.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks, Tom.
Mhm.
Bye.
Is that all the callers?
We got one more.
We got one more caller. You are on the air. Talk Local to Me.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Kim with Signature Stager. I just want to let you guys know that it was a great thing today that you did. I've been listening on my office while I work.
Oh, Kim, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, I just want to tell you guys you're doing great and have a good day.
Oh, thank you so much. And you let us know, at any time, send us a message and let us know what we can add to the show. And, we'd love to have you come on sometime too and talk to us. I know what you do and talk to us about staging and stuff like that.
That sounds wonderful. We can set that up.
Perfect.
Thanks
Kim.
so much, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
So we are almost up with our time. I want to do our very quick end before we close out. Just some real quick. So we have a segment, our shout out and about, where we just do some quick shout outs to some local businesses. I want to do some shout outs to Little Bub's Macaroons. I went to the farmer's market this past weekend. If you have not had their macaroons, they are amazing. You need to grab some of those. Avon Avenue Boutique. Paige Howell down at 409 5th Street in Lynchburg. I'm actually wearing one of her shirts today that I bought there. They are a fantastic local boutique in our area. And then, of course, the Blue Lady, which we've already heard from them, but I had a fantastic egg salad sandwich there this morning for breakfast as we were meeting with a new member, and just wanted to give them a quick local shout out too. So thanks for listening to the first episode of Talk Local to Me.
Thank you for giving us your time, and we hope to have you back listening to us next week.